Welcome back to Vedas classes. Today we are going to learn about chapter number 6, Substances in Daily Use, part 2 of subjects Science and Standard 6. In this we are going to learn about production of some substances. In that first is rubber, then paper, then synthetic threads or fibers. Production of rubber. Rubber is of two types, natural and artificial. Natural rubber is obtained from the gum or sap of trees. This sap is called latex. You can see in the picture. The rubber has a peculiar odor and it is white in color. Rubber is a natural substance obtained by collecting the latex of a certain tree. Rubber trees are found in abundance in Brazil. Later, these trees were planted in other countries too. The botanical name of this tree is Hevea brasiliensis. In India, the maximum production of rubber is in Kerala. Charles Goodyear spilled a mixture of rubber and sulfur on a burning stove. After the stove was extinguished, he noticed that the rubber had become harder and less elastic. He repeated the same experiment in a systematic way and invented the process of vulcanization. Hard and tough tires of rubber made thenceforth brought about a revolutionary change in transportation. Yes, this is the vulcanization of rubber process. In this process, that changes synthetic and natural rubber into cross-linked polymers. In this process, sulfur is the vulcanization agent for natural rubber, but other chemicals are also used. Erasers, rubber balls, rubber toys all have varying proportions of sulfur in them. In rubber bands, the proportion of sulfur is very small. This is the sulfur. Production of paper. Paper is a substance or material formed due to the intervening of the cellulose fibers in grass, wood, rags or waste paper. Thus, the paper is a kind of network of cellulose fibers. Let's see how paper is made. Coniferous trees from snowy regions, for example pine trees, are used to make paper. First, removal of the bark of the wood logs and wood is broken into small pieces here. After that, these pieces are mixed with this solution for a longer time. This is the big tank. It is called reactor, in that the reaction is going on for longer time. And after that, we are getting a wood pulp. Then this wood pulp. From this wood pulp, some fibrous substances are separated and adding some dyes to get color. And this pulp is then passed through the rollers here and dried to form paper. So in this process, we are getting the paper like this. So as you know how is paper made, and it takes too much time and too many trees to be cut. So for that purpose, you need to save more trees. If you want to save more trees, you need to use the paper wisely. In India, the first factory to manufacture newsprint, that is paper to be used for newspapers, was established at Nepanagar in Madhya Pradesh in 1955. Paper is also manufactured at Songad in Gujarat, and in Maharashtra there is a paper factory at Ballarpur near Chandrapur. Synthetic threads or fibers. Natural threads or fibers produced from the plants such as cotton and jute. Silk is a natural thread or fiber obtained from the cocoons of silk worms. From one cocoon, 500 meters to 1300 meters of thread can be obtained. It is said that silk was the first produced on a large scale in China. Here in this picture you can see how this silkworm, the cocoon, is formed, the silk. Synthetic fiber, man-made textile fiber produced entirely from chemical substances. So let's see some examples of synthetic fibers which we use in our daily life. First one is the nylon, which is invented at same time in New York and London. That's why it is called nylon, by taking the two alphabets of their cities, country name, sorry. And this nylon is having the characteristic of water resistant, strong and transparent. Some examples of nylons: we are using nylon gloves, jackets for playhouse and ropes. Second one is the rayon. The rayon is formed by dissolving the cotton and wood pulp in sodium hydroxide solution, and from that solution we are getting the threads by using machines from that solution, and these threads are shine like sun rays and looks like a synthetic looks like a silk. That's why it is called synthetic silk, this which is not natural. That's why it is called synthetic silk, which gives you feel of real silk. Different types of chemicals are used to make threads of various properties. These different threads have been named various as Dacron, Terylene, Terene, etc. So in this way we have finished chapter 6. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe Vedas classes.